year, $70 billion is spent on diet books, supplements, and wellness programs. Thousands of PhDs, nutritional scientists, and medical researchers are working around the clock, trying to figure out how to eat. And somewhere, buried in a desert civilization 1400 years ago, a man already had the answer.
His name was Muhammad, peace be upon him. A man who lived over 14 centuries ago, in a time before refrigerators, food labels, nutritional databases, or the concept of a balanced diet. Yet the dietary habits he practiced and recommended have been studied by researchers at Harvard, Oxford, and the NIH. And again, the science keeps confirming what he already knew. This wasn't poetry, it was protocol. And it's the most advanced anti-obesity framework you've never been formally introduced to. The Prophet, peace be upon him, ate slowly. He sat upright, never reclining while eating. He said Bismillah before starting. He never criticized food. He ate mindfully. Before mindfulness was $1 billion industry. Today's top nutritionists call this intuitive eating. Today's neuroscientists call it the gut-brain axis response. Your stomach takes 20 minutes to signal fullness to the brain. Eating slowly is the only way to not overshoot it. He knew this. They are only now measuring it. Now here's where it gets extraordinary. The foods the Prophet, peace be upon him, regularly recommended, centuries before biochemistry existed, are the exact same foods that today's researchers are racing to publish papers on. They're calling them superfoods. He called them blessings. Modern nutrition now validates this completely. Dates contain natural sugars, fructose and glucose, that spike blood sugar gently, unlike refined sugar. They're packed with fiber, which slows absorption, and their magnesium content supports over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body. Eating just 2-3 dates at iftar? That's preloading your digestive system perfectly. Black seed. Scientists laughed at this hadith for centuries. Then they tested it. The active compound, thymoquinone, has been shown in over 1,000 peer-reviewed studies to have anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antiviral, and immune-boosting properties. There are more published scientific papers on black seed than almost any other natural compound. It is currently being researched for applications in type 2 diabetes, asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, and even certain cancers. He prescribed it in the 7th century. Science is still catching up. The Mediterranean diet, currently ranked the #1 healthiest diet in the world by US News & World Report for the 7th year running, is built around one foundation: olive oil. Its primary compound, oleic acid, has been shown by oncology researchers at Northwestern University to suppress overexpression of the HER2 oncogene, reducing the metastasis of breast, colon, and prostate cancers by up to 25–46%. It is anti-inflammatory. It is cardioprotective. It elevates HDL cholesterol. He knew. We measured. They bottled it, marketed it, and sold it back to you for $30. Honey, recommended as a healer and mentioned in the Quran itself, contains hydrogen peroxide and methyl glyoxal, compounds so antibacterial they're now used in medical-grade wound dressings. Manuka honey sells for $80 a jar of what he simply called healing. Pomegranate, his favorite fruit, contains punicolagen, one of the most potent antioxidants ever discovered. A single pomegranate has 3 pies the antioxidant capacity of red wine, without the liver damage. The wellness industry's hottest trend right now isn't keto. It isn't veganism. It's intermittent fasting. And every influencer, biohacker, and best-selling author is telling you they discovered it. They didn't discover it. They rediscovered what was already practiced 14 centuries ago. The Prophet, peace be upon him, fasted every Monday and Thursday, without exception. He fasted the white days, the 13th, 14th, and 15th of each lunar month. And of course, the entire month of Ramadan. That's a fasting pattern that modern science now confirms triggers a cascade of biological benefits no pharmaceutical can fully replicate. And here's the one most people miss. He didn't drink during meals. Modern gastroenterology explains why this matters. Drinking large amounts during meals dilutes stomach acid and digestive enzymes, slowing the breakdown of food, reducing nutrient absorption, and causing bloating. The Prophet C specifically avoided this. He drank before or after meals, seated, slowly, in 3 separate sips. Why 3 sips? Drinking slowly allows proper oxygenation of the blood and prevents dangerous electrolyte imbalances that occur when water is consumed too rapidly, a condition now clinically known as hyponatremia. Athletes collapse from it. He warned against it 1400 years ago. Here's the uncomfortable truth. In the last 60 years, human civilization has conducted the largest uncontrolled dietary experiment in history. Ultra-processed foods now make up over 60% of calories consumed in the United States. We replaced whole foods with engineered ones. We replaced water with high fructose corn syrup in bottles. We ate while distracted, overate while stressed, and called it comfort. The result: 2.5 billion people are now overweight or obese. Type 2 diabetes affects 1 in 11 adults globally. Mental health disorders linked directly to diet are at an all-time high. And while the world builds billion-dollar pharmaceutical companies to treat the consequences, the Sunnah was a free, complete, beautiful system for avoiding those consequences in the first place. He also said something no nutritionist today dares to say quite this boldly. Think about that. Your gut microbiome, your immune system, 70% of which lives in your gut. Your serotonin, 95% of which is produced in your gut. The gut is not just a stomach, it's a second brain. And he knew that the way you treat it determines how the rest of you lives. You don't need a new diet trend. You need an old one. The oldest one. The most researched one. The one that's been proven not just scientifically, but spiritually, communally, and across generations. So here's your challenge. Not from me, but from 14 centuries of wisdom now confirmed by modern science. This week, just this week, eat until you're 2/3 full at every meal. Add dates to your morning. Replace one processed snack with a handful of something real. Almonds, an olive, a pomegranate. Drink your water sitting down. Eat at least one meal without your phone. No subscription, no supplement, no app, just Sunnah. The most advanced nutritional protocol ever designed cost you nothing. It was gifted, and all you have to do is follow the Sunnah. Because science follows it.